You're thinking too much, and that's the primary reason for why you don't get as much progress when it comes to language learning these past few months. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you all of the mindsets that I use to be able to always feel progress when it comes to language learning. And so who am I to tell you this? Well, simply, I'm this guy right here, Japanese for 21 months, English for almost 4 years. That's incredible. And as an athlete, I'm basically here to help you study more than 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 hours on a daily basis, enjoy that sense of effort, and get over your bad habits through language learning, which is something awesome. So the first point, stop thinking. And this is something that 99% of language learners do. And do you know the primary reason for why you think too much? It's not like the problem is not that you think. The problem is like we should literally get you to know why the problem keeps coming out. And that the first reason is because you watch too much videos about language learning. And so you could say, oh, but like you're making a video about language learning. Is this about language learning? No, of course not. I'm telling you how to study more, which is your primary problem, by the way. It's not that you don't know like the information that you need in order to be able to study language. No, that's not the problem. The problem right now is that literally you can't apply the knowledge that you have. And so language learning is literally ultra simple. You learn vocabulary, you do immersion, at some point you start talking. You keep doing immersion, you read, you listen, you start talking, you repeat that process until you're fluent. That's language learning. Simple. That's it. If you keep doing that for 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 hours daily, depending on how much time you have available, you will be fluent at some point. When? I don't know, but you will be fluent. Okay, and so language learning is super simple. And 99% of language learners watch too much videos about language learning. Why you keep watching videos? I'm telling you, the moment in which I had more progress in my language learning is when literally I watched nothing about language learning. Even if my way wasn't as efficient as other ones, I was able to do it for more than 7 to 8 to 9 hours daily because I didn't overthink about that thing. And whenever you think too much and you think, oh, but like ChatGPT 6 is going to come out in 1 year, and because ChatGPT is going to come out in 1 year, I need to be updated, because if not, I'm going to be left out. You have too much FOMO. If you stop having FOMO about the things that you need to do, like language learning is not going to change. It's literally going to be the same thing. In 6 years, maybe like it's going to change like what, a 10%, maybe 10% more efficient, maybe 50% more efficient. And it's not worth it to be thinking always about this new method, the new TikTok method, the new YouTube method. You probably have watched videos about this, right? I think that there's a guy, I don't know the name, I don't remember the name. Yeah, Fluency Formula. I don't have nothing against this guy. This guy is awesome, right? But there was a video in which he said TikTok to fluency. I don't know. Basically, it said that scroll into fluency, the new TikTok method or something like that. And no, like there's not going to be a new method never. Like you literally, maybe we're right now with like ChatGPT. Okay, you know how to use ChatGPT 5? Fine, that's it. Maybe you're starting to learn German, you investigate for 3 hours before starting to learn German, and then you don't stop doing the thing that you were doing until basically you are fluent. That's it. And then when you start studying another language, that's when you basically investigate again the new method, the new thing that came out. That's it. Okay. Now, something that 99% of language learners also do is they are always on their comfort zone too much, and they like it too much. Daisuke desu. And the problem with this is you're always reading the same genre. You're always watching the same anime. You're always reading the same book. Or maybe not the same book, but the same type of book. This is not about the method. You probably think it's about the method. No, the method doesn't change, right? It's about always watching the same type of content, always doing the same hours. That's another thing. Maybe it's not about the thing that you're doing, maybe it's about the hours that you're doing it for. So maybe you should change today how much hours you study for at least 10 minutes more. And if you do this, you will be way more efficient. It is something, you will have more progress if you just increase the hours. If you just increase the minutes that you study, maybe you study 20 minutes and you say, okay, I don't feel the same progress that I felt the first 2 months. It's because you keep studying 20 minutes and now it has become easy. And since it has become easy, now you need to increase the amount of time in order to feel the same amount of progress. So the more you advance, the more harder it becomes. And the harder it becomes, the more you have to do. Because you know that it felt difficult whenever you started, I don't know, at something. Whenever you started at language learning, whenever you started at the gym, whenever you started, I don't know, at the school, whenever you talk to someone for the first time, it felt difficult. But then you kept talking to that person, you kept going to the gym, you kept studying the language in the same way. And because of this, now it has become easy. But now you have to do something that is the same, that has the same difficulty as it had then, for you to be able to feel that same amount of progress. It is just as simple as that. And how you do that? By not being on your comfort zone. Now, how you are actually, how do you actually get out of your comfort zone? It is actually super simple. Never do something that actually feels easy. Now, of course, this is kind of annoying, and I shouldn't recommend to you. I don't actually recommend to you for be out of your comfort zone for all of the day, which, I mean, if it's possible, do it, okay, because you will get more progress. But there's people who are actually not able to enjoy that sense of putting effort. And so if you're not that person still right now, you should basically get out of your comfort zone for at least 1 to 2 hours. I actually right now don't get out of my comfort zone for more than 4 to 5 to 6 hours, right? And then the rest of the hours, you do things that you enjoy, which actually still keep making you progress. But right now, they are enjoyable, right? And so it's just as simple as that. And so let's put you an example, a practical example. So let's say that you watch, I don't know, Full Metal Alchemist, and you want to understand more Full Metal Alchemist, but you don't, how would you say it? Sorry. But now you understand Full Metal Alchemist a lot more. Let's say that you watch Full Metal Alchemist already 3 times already, and you know probably all of the vocabulary that you have in there. Should you keep watching Full Metal Alchemist if you want to get out from your comfort zone? No. Now you should watch Hunter x Hunter. Oh my god, how difficult it is to get out from your comfort zone, right? Now it's not the same. It's not just with animes. It's also with the genre. So if you keep always watching mystery type of anime, at some point you're going to end up mastering the vocabulary that you have in mystery type of anime. The same with, I don't know, shonen type of books, shonen type of anime. All of the things you're going to end up mastering them if you do it for long enough. Okay? So something that happened to me was that I basically watched the same type of content for more than, let's say, 3 to 4 to 5 times. And there's actually kind of a caveat here. I'm not going to lie to you. Repetition is key when it comes to language learning. Okay, you should probably repeat the same thing if you want to be able to understand it, and be able to understand it till perfection, be able to not think about it and be able to understand it. You should repeat it like 10 times, honestly. But past that point, you're just at your comfort zone, right? And so if it feels comfortable, you should basically just quit it. It is as simple as that. Okay, you probably think that, yeah, this can kind of get out of the point, which is that you are changing too much the ways of learning language. And as I told you, the ways of learning language are literally never going to change, and the more you change it, the less progress you get. Okay, And this is really important for you to understand. Because if you keep changing, I don't know, reading, okay, I'm going to read and I want to understand this book. But you read for 30 minutes and now you say, okay, I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm just going to watch an anime for 20 minutes. And then you say, oh, I can't watch the anime for 20 minutes. I'm going to watch a YouTube video. Well, of course, you're not going to get progress. You need to train your brain to do the same thing for at least, I don't know, 2 to 3 months, and then you change it, right? Doing the same thing and expecting different results is literally the definition of being crazy. We all know these fucking frames by Einstein, but we seem to not apply it. So I'm going to repeat it to you. You need to be remembered more than you need to be taught. This is a phrase that I always remember because it was from this entrepreneur called Alex Hormozi. Well, actually, I don't know if it was from him, but like I heard it from him. You need to be taught more than you need to be remembered. And literally, the definition of being crazy is doing the same thing and expecting different results. So I always heard these people actually always talking that I can't improve my listening. Okay, what are you doing? I'm reading. Bro, what the fuck? If you want to improve your listening, you should be doing listening. So there's I wish remember there was a post that I read like probably 6 months ago, 1 year ago. I don't know why I can't understand the words that I understand in my link, like this app in which you can read and all of these things, right? I keep reading and I have lots of vocabulary. I can understand 99% of the things that I understand in reading, but like when it comes to listening, oh my god, I can't understand it. Oh my god, I can't speak. Why you can't speak? What are you doing? I'm listening all day and I'm playing video games. I mean, of course you are not going to be able to speak. You are doing the same thing that you were doing to improve at something else, and you expect a result at something that is completely different. Why are you expecting that result? And so that's it for the video. Check the first link in the description for my community, in which there are lots of healthy language learners, and we all basically talk about language learning in a more healthy way. Believe me, you're not going to be overthinking. We all kind of do the same methods, honestly. And this will make you have way more progress, because if you could have someone who literally could tell you, bro, you need to meditate in order to be more efficient and your language learning, of course you're going to do it, and you have friends who literally relate in 99% of things with you. And so, bye. That's kind of weird. Like, actually, saying bye at the end of my video is kind of weird if you think about it. So I'm going to say, I don't know, ciao. In Spanish, we say ciao to actually get out from the bit. Wherever, I don't know. Bye.